Thumbs up. All right, we'll get her done. It is 7:01, so I'll just do the intro. Does anyone want to hear me talk to myself for an hour? Just me? All right. Anyway, listen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's me, your host, That One Rebel, back again with another late night of Rebel. This time we have a double feature. We have both Neckel sisters here, Oathmeal and Lanfear. Normally I have them introduce themselves. I mean, we can still do that, but I guess I'm gonna be speaking for them, so they're gonna be typing in the chat. Already have questions already ready to go. They have their answers, and yeah, let's get right to it. Desktop is weird, sure is. Introduce yourself. So, anyway, sorry, I was like reading chat. All right, get this going here. All right, my first question is, how did you get into VR chat? Like the first initial, way back when was that? Like, how did you first find out about VR chat? How did you get into this game? That's my first question. For me, Lanfear says, for me, I had purchased VR and was looking for what games were available. I found VR chat listed on Steam and it intrigued me. I started looking into what it was about by watching various videos on YouTube. Fun fact: one of the first ones I saw was Oathmeal being chased by claws with a recycled banana. From there, I watched more videos and whatever appeared in my suggested list. It all looks so fun. That's when I decided to get into the game. I would join the pug and spend hours just interacting. And then Oathmeal says, my first introduction to VRChat was for YouTube. I actually found a video uploaded that had Ayaka and PDM in it as cute little wolf girls. Yeah, they sure type fast. It's almost like they're on desktop or something. But that's interesting. So I was looking for what games were available. I guess, yeah, like back in, when was this, like 2017? I guess, like back then, I mean, what was available? This is before even Beat Saber. So, like, VR games are pretty limiting. Maybe like Super Hot, I don't know even know what was even available back then. Like, not much, honestly. That's basically what made me buy VR, that's what Oathmeal says. 2017, yeah. For me, it was just before the whole Knuckles thing, but yes, there wasn't a lot of VR games out there. That's what Lanfear said. True, because I started playing. I told this story like a million times now, but just to reiterate in case people haven't heard my how I got into VR. So I got into VR chat because I watched mostly actually live stream fails like the Reddit and YouTube compilations. So like a bunch of like Twitch compilation channels would always show like the top clips or whatever of the day every single day, and it kept showing these clips from VR chat, and it was mostly from Pokelols and I think Strippin and Soda Poppin and a few other people that play like really early on, and I was just like, what the heck is this game? And then quickly I was just like, I want to play this game. I found out it was free. I had to pay for it. I didn't have VR, so I played desktop for the first time for the first month before getting VR. So yeah. Only other game I got was Lost Echo. Interesting. That's what Lanfear said. It really was cute. Oathmeal says. I'm gonna say that keep constantly like who said what, just so it makes sense. Lanfear says I actually saw the Aka video as well as Oath. It was so cute. Actually, what's interesting, I don't think I met Ayaka until like much later. Sorry, I'm just switching camera angles. It takes me a second. All right, so next question I have is your avatar. Why did you pick it? So what I mean by that is like both everybody who plays VR chat, right? Every single person has an avatar that they may have first pick like the Nakai or whatever, but eventually they start molding into what they are today. So obviously you guys are both sisters, technically, in like I guess the roleplay sense. And I'm curious how how that came to be eventually. Or Ion Echo. It was an Oculus only game. Oh, that's right. Lanfear, you have the Oculus just like me, unless you upgraded to the Vive now. But I still have my Oculus. It's falling apart, but you know, it is what it is. Oathmeal says I was first known for using black Han Han Kawawa, black Han Kawawa. Jesus, I butchered that, but as an avatar, and honestly, the only reason I picked it was because it was the only avatar I could get working without bugs. And if he says I had the Oculus, but I got rid of it after two of them broke on me. Hanikawa. Oh, okay. Thanks. I'm illiterate sometimes. You'll realize that. Just slightly. Can I ask a question? Can I ask Oathmeal how they become so rich? They have afford fan art. What do you mean? Well, being a actual Neko, I wanted an avatar to reflect that. I spent a lot of time on DeviantArt looking for an avatar and found out that I thought it was perfect. From there, that's how I learned to use Unity and Blender minimally. And that was the first avatar I used for a very long time. That's what Lanfear said. Um, yeah, and as an actual cat girl, I believe it, 100%. Yeah, cat girl IRL. What do you mean? Listen, Elon Musk said he's gonna make cat girls. Lanfear is the first known cat girl to exist. What do you mean? Look it up. Oathmeal says that there was another model I tried making work, and when I moved the head, the hair would stay in place while everything else moved. So I obviously stuck with the working model instead. Can confirm Oathmeal's a real cat girl, says Gambit. Lanfear. Afterwards, I wanted something more personal and saw the beautiful avatar that Oathmeal had, commissioned, and afterwards commissioned the same person to make mine. That person would be Scion. I think made both of your avatars, if I'm not mistaken. Like present day. I don't know if he made the first ones, but he made the current ones. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, I know that avatar. It's the one, yeah, you wore like sleepwear. Oathmeal did. I remember that. That was a long time ago. And because I was known by that point as a Neko, I kept close to that. Says Oathmeal. No, Bem made our first avatars? Really? Huh. I think you told me that a long time ago. Now I remember. Yeah. That's a long time ago because that's interesting because hold on, let me just we later had Scion make them and edit them. Yeah, Scion does all of our present day avatar work, though Ben made the first generation of these avatars. The reason why that is interesting that you say Bem is because Bem doesn't do like what do you call it, like commissions anymore. So hold on, let me switch the camera angle. There you go. So it shows Oathmeal. But Bem doesn't do commissions anymore, as far as I'm aware of. Maybe Bem changed their mind, but as far as I'm aware of, they still don't. And I knew that in the very early days they did do commission work, and they stopped. So they're switching their avatars. Wait, what? Elite wants in here. Interesting. Yeah, this is all the present day avatar work. Though Ben made yeah, I read that. What's the price range for avatars created by Scion? Do they still do commissions? I don't know if Scion's actually still does commissions or not. Oathmeal. So Bam did this one originally, though this version has been reworked by Scion. Like making the thighs thicker. Nice. Sorry, wait. Nice. Fixing a few bugs that Bem didn't have time to do due to being extremely busy. I didn't believe openly takes commissions anymore. So Oathmeal said. Yeah, I believe that. Thicker thighs. No, that just means you squat a bunch, right? Lanfear. Same for mine. Scion made edits and fixes after Bem stopped doing commissions. Yeah, that was a long time ago. It's unfortunate. I love Bem's models. Like, they're really well done, but a lot of the models he works on now are just personal stuff, or like that's about it. So he has some really nice stuff. He still plays. He gets on just to hang out and you know. Oatmeal says my new hoodie outfit though, and Lanfear's newer outfit with the red top were all done by Scion, as well as our bathing suits work too. Yeah, as well as our swimsuits. That's the one thing I gotta say about VRChat is like the people who make like really good stuff, whether that's Bim, whether that's Genomu, Shanza, whoever. Eventually, a lot of them stop taking work, or like they only work or only take exclusive people and stuff like that, which sucks for like people that want to hire them. But I understand it because a lot of them have real jobs and real lives, and they can't take. I'll give you an example. So Lyra is someone who makes really good models from scratch as well, but the problem is that her commission list is literally you have to wait a year. I'm not kidding when I say that, a year, unless you pay up front to skip the line. That's crazy to think, right? Like you have to wait a year to get a model now from her because her work was so good that people want to like hire her, and imagine like that for every other modeler. Like that's just nutty, honestly. My opinion. They get a lot of commission requests and can burn themselves out. Yep, exactly. All right. Whoops. What the heck did I just do? Oh, I clicked some button. Oh, hold on here. I clicked accidentally the print screen button. All right. Next question. Sorry about that. How did the two of you meet? So I asked that even though both of you kind of explained that where you're watching um, Lanfear watched Oathmeal's videos on YouTube, but I'm curious like how you two initially met. Like, did you just like randomly join off of somebody? Did you know someone mutually? You know, was it just like how did that first time happen? Was it just like it just made sense? You're like, oh, I'm a cat girl, you're a cat girl, you know? Hold on here. I'll have to read a little bit here. A lot of people who started taking commissions started the model work as a hobby. Eventually, if you get overwhelmed, it goes from being a fun hobby to becoming a chore. You need to get burned. Yeah, I understand that. That's what Oathmeal said. Oh yes, Vise made the textures for my avatar as well as the eye textures for both of our current models as well. So Lanfear said, Oathmeal says, I'm pretty sure the first day we ran into each other was in a presentation room at Friends Plus World. We had mutual friends that haven't met before. Lanfear says, we first officially met in a presentation room. I forget who I had joined on, but it was a Friends Plus World. We got a picture together, introduced ourselves. From there, the next week during one of the Q&A sessions, that the community Discord used to have, I asked Oph if she wanted to have a drinking night together. We had so much fun and really clicked. From there, we had more fun nights, and eventually we decided to make things official and become the sisters we are now. I guess it just happens like that, you know? I guess that makes sense. Yesterday, a little bit of a reference. So Drumsy was asking, this goes in related to this topic, because he was asking because he thinks it's kind of weird how like some people have those like surrogate families or like some people be like, hey, this is my sister, this is my brother. I'm talking about in VRChat, and sometimes people are like the dad or the mom or whatever. And obviously, I think both of you are technically like quote unquote not just sisters but also like moms and have kids, I guess. In regards, so I don't know what the science behind that is. It's I always make jokes. Oh, not you, Wolfmeal? Okay. I asked that because um, I don't know. VRChat's an interesting game. This wasn't a question I just thought about now, but like VRChat's that interesting game, right? Where like you can do whatever you want, and I think like VR chat is sort of like emulates like The Sims, you know? Kind of like you have the mom, you have the dad, and you have the kids and stuff like that. That's the way I feel like VR chat is sometimes. Cat mom, VR Sims, yeah, a lot of people kind of get to go that route. Yeah, I mean I did. I have three technical sons, but like I don't like really roleplay as it anymore. It was more like a joke. I'll explain what that is. So when I was still Candy Cake Corner, brother, I one person that I knew from Team Five when I was still relevant. It was Duck, and he used to play like a chicken or something like that, but he made duck noises, and it was funny because I played Kenny from The Walking Dead, and in the game, his son is called Duck, so it just made sense. Even though in VR chat he's a chicken making duck noises, but it was just funny. And then the other two is VR Trap Man. I'm sure both of you know who that is. And the other one is oh god, it's escaping me. CX Wing. So, and eventually they all became waifus. So it'd be like that sometimes, you know. K-Kona. I could see that. Lanfear says, "I've been in the mother role for a lot of people and still am." Yeah, best mom. I don't really have a family in VR chat. Chromia says. What do you mean, Chromia? What do you mean? I can be your husbando. Easy clap. You know I have 151 waifus. All right, next question. Let me just check time. Okay, we're still good. Uh, why are you a mute? So I asked that to a lot of people. Obviously, I had Chromia on prior to this, and one of the reasons why, while I'm explaining this, one of the reasons why is because the English is not their first language. So if they were to speak, it would probably not be good English. And that's actually a really good reason. I never thought about that. I always thought it just had to do with RPing or anxiety or whatever or personality. So I'm kind of curious. Eventually, Lanfear says, eventually I will have a waifu for every day of the year. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, actually, I haven't really, like, got any new waifus since I've done that whole thing. I did it as a joke. And obviously, what's funny is because number 150 and 151 were supposed to be Lanfear and Oathmeal, but I said fuck it and then just got CC and I forget who's 150 was. Because, I don't know, I just got tired of it. I got burnt out. It was actually it stopped becoming fun after like 120 because very often people would get triggered at me. They're like, you're taking my wife, you're taking my wife," and I was just like, "No, it's just a joke, you know. Relax." People take it too serious, so I and then the whole thing with CC being 151, I was just like, screw it, you know. Anyway, Oathmeal says a big part of me being a mute had a lot to do with anxiety. I've since grown a bit better, but my character is mostly built around being mute at this point. Going back to my YouTube videos, I create a lot of funny situations with people trying to figure out what I was trying to say with my body language. You would have lost the challenge. Listen, that's what Oathmeal said. And then Lanfear says, "Would I would have lost the challenge." Well, I think I did actually play beer pong. It lost anyway. And technically, I did become a waifu in the end anyway, so damn. Talking English is so exhausting when it's not your main language. True. I mean, I only know English and really bad French. But anyway, back to what Oathmill is saying. Yeah, I can understand that, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Oathmill, you didn't use a marker like on your avatar for a year. I forget if that's true or not. I remember like one day you just got a marker, and I was just like, what? But anyway, Lanfear says there's a few reasons behind it. I find it easier to be more social as a mute, as I do have social anxiety and I'm normally not a person, vocal slash social person. Also coming from a previous RP community, I also wanted to challenge myself of a mute character and see how well I could get things across with body language and other means of communicating. Oathmeal says, when I first got VR, I played for 3 or 4 days using my voice, but one day I didn't feel like talking, but wanted to play. So I played without speaking. I had more fun like that one day than I did the whole week before while I was talking. Oathmeal says that day was when I met Claus and a few other people I ran around with. And yeah, for the longest time I played without you ever having a marker, whereas plenty of others used them. I just used body language. Yeah, I remember that. I remember, I remember when you didn't have a marker, and I swear to God, I didn't know what you were trying to convey. Probably 50% of the time. But eventually I got used to it because it's just like with the facial expressions, the way you're moving. Because you had full body, I'm pretty sure at that point. So you could use your legs. You could you know I could figure it out. It takes a lot of patience. Yeah, I had full body before even having a marker. Yeah, exactly. See, I remember people. See, every time I interview people, I feel like everyone has like short-term memory, and like I'm not saying I have like photographic memory, but I think my memory is better than the average person because I remember a lot of things, a lot more. The old days. Um, Lanfear, oddly enough, in the early days of playing, a good majority of people really understood what I was trying to convey with body language a lot better than recent days. Lanfear said. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can agree to that. I think the reason for that is because I feel that people back then had a lot more patience. It was a lot smaller community, a lot more close knit. So people had patience for mutes and trying to understand what the person was trying to say or communicate or whatever. And nowadays, I feel like people just don't have any patience, whatever. They're just like, turn your mic on. What are you doing? Like, I understand that. Like, I have a lot of patience. I have so many friends that are mutes. Um, I even have friends in this game that are deaf, and it's very hard to communicate with them because I don't know ASL, which I think both of you know at least some ASL. I know very little, but it does help, and I do have a lot of patience. So, I mean, speaking of patience, I'm literally interviewing two mutes, so I have a lot of patience. Markers are became more common known and used, says Lanfear. True. But the problem with markers is that now they're broken. Dab. Network IK. But the markers in this world actually work, so big plus for that, huh? Oathmeal says, Claus actually became like a mute master. He was really good at understanding what I was trying to say, so I would always go to him to help other people what I want, or go to him and help people tell other people what I wanted to say. He I'm like stuttering here. I'm sorry. He rarely ever struggled after playing together for so long. My bad. Lanfear says, yes, that was a pretty big thing when markers stopped working. Yeah, and I still hate that to this day. Markers still do not work for avatars, but there are world pens that work. There's a guy on Reddit just recently, today or yesterday. He made a video reviewing every single world marker in the game, and there's only two good markers. The ones that I use, which is QVs, which is made by some Japanese guy. I forget his name, but the his all his stuff is like on the markers, like it says like his download link and the credits and everything. And then the other one I think is called, it starts with an M, it's like Mugi or something like that. It's like a tablet, like literally a tablet, and you put the pen to the tablet and it actually works. But you would have to give everyone a tablet in a world that markers. Yeah, rip markers. Oathmill, another thing I think I gotta mention, I may be a mute, but when it comes to other mutes trying to communicate with me, I'm generally bad at understanding what the fuck they're trying to convey to me. The only thing I actually never really had a problem was understanding, with understanding was probably Lan. That's because you are sisters. You're just like, you got that connection, that Neckle sister connection. You're both cat girls, so you can obviously understand each other a lot better. That's because we normally were thinking the same thing, basically wavelengths. Yeah, and basically, sorry, Lanfear said that, and then Oathmeal says basically, Lanfear says, and we basically have our own language at this point. KO Red says every Mew has their own way of trying to show what they say, I suppose. True. After a while, you can sort of read body language with a person. But anyway, moving on to next question. Um, Share some fond memories you remember from VR chat. So what I mean by that, to elaborate on my point there, like what is something that you remember from either a couple months ago or a year ago? It doesn't have to be related to um, each other. It could be related to anything. There's something that's like that's a happy memory. I remember that. That was a good time. For me, it was just hanging up the boys and just goofing off in VR chat and just going to worlds, playing hide and seek, going to guy at night to chill with people, stuff like that. I miss those days. Peppa hands. God, there's a lot to choose from, says Lanfear. Yeah, true. There's a lot. I have a lot of memories. And what works for me, why I remember a lot of things, is because I used to record everything. Originally, when I first played this game, I recorded every single thing I did. I never released the footage until a year later, which sucks. But I still have like literally 100, 200 hours of raw VR chat footage back in 2017 that I have shown a little bit before. A lot of it's just boring, just like talking to people, casual conversations. But some of it's like a gold mine for like funny stuff going on. Lanfear says, I would say the most memorable was the first time I experienced the Laxeron world made by Lakuza. That really opened my eyes to just how talented world creators are, or were. Oathmeal says, honestly, probably just the banana incident with Claus. It happened so long ago, and it's still a thing that gets brought up every time. He had a banana in the VRPD office, and it just turned into a recycled banana meme from my video. Back when we always had fun little light RP things like that, and I love stuff like that. That's what Oathmeal said. Yeah, I agree. Speaking of the VRPD, yeah, what happened to that, huh? But yeah, like I agree fully with you. Like the little RP moments that happen, like there's no like, hey guys, we're gonna role play now. Like no, it's literally just improv. You just go to a world, you just interact with the environment, and they just go with it. That's what I think what made this game so good and made it so enjoyable. And whenever you took off your headset or just got off the computer, you were like, I need to play this game. That's why I played this game literally when I was in desktop. I could not wait to get in VR, and I literally played like 10 hours a day. I recorded all of it and never released any of the footage because I was having fun. I had more fun playing the game than wanting to go back and edit my own footage to make YouTube videos, to make content or whatever. I didn't care. I wanted to play the game more. I recorded it because I saw the opportunity to make content and be a YouTuber, but I said screw it. I'm not gonna. I just had more fun. I regret it sometimes, but at the end of the day, I had fun. You know. Lanfear says I still agree as well. Those random moments, you could have 10 different types of RP improv things that would happen in a world. Lanfear also says the whole Joy first kiss incident just randomly happened out of nowhere for me, and I was totally caught off guard. But then that developed into something really fun. Yeah, the whole RP stuff. I feel like uh, I think a comment at the time was shipping. So what I mean by that is like two characters interacting with each other, and I feel like those little moments, because I remember like a really popular clip from Poke was him kissing Evolved Ant, and that actually like was on like slash R videos or something like that. I got like hundreds of thousands of views or something ridiculous like that. Those little moments, I think, is what really sold VR chat, because people are like, "Whoa," you know. But anyway, next question. So, thoughts on this community. So to elaborate on my point, what I mean by like thoughts on this community is VR chat community. So what I mean is, it's open ended. So if you wanted to talk about like back in the day, if you want to talk about present day, how supportive it is, world creators, avatar creators, maybe the friends that you've made, people that you met. I just feel like this community is something very special, and it's unlike any other game. There's no other game that's like VR chat currently. Any other game that's like this game is like not even comparable, honestly. So I always feel like VR chat's a special game. Oh wait, hold on here. I'm missing the chat a little bit here. Don't worry, I can always scroll up. Oathmeal says, I think another example would be when I'm in the pub one day and someone was running around in a plankton avatar and had a burger in his hand saying he had the Krabby Patty a secret formula. I snatched it and we spent a good half hour just having fun keeping it from him. It's light RP like that, nothing too major. Yeah, exactly. Oh, thoughts on the community, man, this could be easily spawn a huge conversation, yeah. I mean, we're going to be sitting here for like an hour, so. There's so many sides. Oathmeal says, yeah, exactly. I honestly don't even know where to begin where it comes to my thoughts on this community. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of good and bad of everything, but I mean, it's up to you. The way that you want to answer that question. So, though, sorry, Lanfear says those old light RP moments always developed into something fun because of literally anything could happen and you just go with it. Yeah, exactly. For me, it was with Team 5, and then you would, go to like random court cases and just like stupid stuff. Go to the club. It was just like every day we just did something dumb and it was just new and different. Art contest, all that stuff. Oathmeal, I honestly don't even know where to begin with when it comes to thoughts on this community. Oathmeal says, I think it's been great for people for the most part, but it's also sparked controversy too. It's also a social game, so overall there's going to be tons of positive and negatives. Of course, I agree. I think it depends on who you're surrounding yourself with the community, though. True, hold on. Let me take a drink real quick. Gotta prepare, you know? But yeah, I agree fully on that point. So what I mean by that is like I feel like VR chat is tailored to your experience. So if you sat in a mirror every single day for 6 hours, that's your experience. If you went to Publix every day, that's your experience. If you roleplay in this game, that's your experience. If you go drinking every weekend, if you make worlds, if you make avatars, that's your experience. So I feel like everybody's experience in this game is tailored to them. We may share similar experiences or be in the same worlds, but at the end of the day, it's always tailored to who you surround yourself with. So that community is who you hang out with and stuff like that. Oathmeal says, I personally like to avoid negativity when I can. I agree. My main focus is to focus on the good and have fun. At the end of the day, VR chat is a game, so I think the goal should be to have fun. I think people within the community forget that at times, or forget why they even started playing in the first place. True. Detached from reality. No, I'm just kidding. Lanfear says, when I joined the community, I found it to be one of the best communities I have ever been a part of. There have been difficulties and challenges, but the positives. Sorry, I just thought that was funny. Support and truly talented, and I love the community and seeing how things have developed. The best part is no matter who you are and what your interests are, you can find a section of the community that shares the same interests. I also agree with what sorry, with Oathmeal said. That's what Lanfear said. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. 100%. I do agree that, yeah, I feel like some people do take this game a bit too serious. Whenever I get on VR chat, I just have fun. Whatever I'm streaming or not, I'm the same person. People don't believe that. It's very common for people as a YouTuber or streamer that people put on this persona to, like, for the audience or whatever, and that's true. That's very true. If you lie, if you say you don't put on a persona for yourself, then I don't know. I'm just saying most people do. Not everybody, but I think a lot of people do. And a lot of people who play VR chat also put on personas, whether they're role playing as a character or not. Like I used to play Kenny K. Kona. I was like, "What's up, brother?" Like that was just a character to me. That's just for fun. A lot of people didn't understand that. Lanfear says it's very easy to get caught up in the most serious side of things, and sometimes you need to take a step back and take a breath and reflect. Exactly. That's why I always preferred, personally for me, the improv silly stupid stuff because it was never taken serious, right? It's not like, oh no, my RP character's dead. Wow, like, oh no, I'm dead. I'm not allowed in this RP anymore. It's nothing like that. It's just silly, good fun with your friends. Nothing's taken serious. Everybody laughs at the end of it, and it just doesn't take, that's what I live for in this game. The fun, the silliness, the stupidity, the randomness. You're talking to your friend, and all of a sudden you see a Knuckles come out of nowhere and go, and you're just like, what the heck? It's just like, what's going on here? And then there's suddenly there's 20 of them. Like, what the heck? That's what made this game fun. Hearts in the chat. Knuckles. Yeah, remember the Knuckles? Yeah, remember the Knuckles? Yeah, look at them now. They're gone. They're dead. They don't even exist. It's very rare to find someone who still isn't Knuckles. The only person that I know that still actively plays a Knuckles, but he doesn't do the Knuckles meme. Did you actually know that the Knuckles meme originally, for VR chat anyway, not like the YouTube portion of it or whatever, like the original YouTube stuff, the original meme for Knuckles was just like, "Hey, I'm Knuckles. Hey, I'm Knuckles." So if you watch like Lyric way back in the day when you played VR chat, that's what it was. People walked up and said, "Hey, I'm Knuckles," and then it turned into the Uganda Knuckles crap stuff. Some of the random, what is happening right now moments can be the most entertaining. Exactly. Like back when he used to get. Sorry, Lanfear says like back when we used to hold get-togethers at the. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I stuttered there. Uh, Oathmeal says when that meme was big, it was all I could see in my YouTube comments for a good month. Yeah, I can imagine. Oathmeal says the random get-togethers, like when the state, were kind of always great because you never knew what would happen. And Lanfear says I played in public worlds around this time. The Knuckles thing was big. It was tough. I can agree on that. I remember because I used to. Okay, just the side story for about me. So when I was still Kenny K Kona, I would go. I would spend about half my time with Team Five, and then my other half the time when I was streaming, I would hang out and go to Publix and just do my thing, just like what's up, bro? What's going? Whatever, just be stupid. And half the time I'd go to like Gaia Night, Penthouse at Night, the old maps, MMD Nightclub, whatever, Rave Robbie, all the old clubs, and it was very often that like I would join a populated world and half of it was just Uganda Knuckles. It actually did tilt me and made me angry that that meme blew up because I couldn't do my thing. It was just like it's Knuckles everywhere. It was kind of annoying after a while. Oathmeal says, but we were always left asking, dude, what did that just happen? Yeah, exactly. Right, 1 second, I still hear it? Alright. I get what you mean, yeah, yeah. Lanfear says it got so bad at one point that near the end, I would automatically block anyone in a Knuckles avatar. I remember I blocked some Knuckles. You know what's actually funny is that, well, not really funny, but okay, if you look on VR Chat, the website, like right now, you can actually check who you blocked. There's actually a listing that I don't think they even talked about because they don't update like talking about the website, but you can actually look who you block on the website right now. And it gives you all the listings like who you've shown, hid their avatar, shown like all that stuff, who have you blocked. It doesn't say why. Like I wish you could write to people's names, like you know what I mean, like click on a player and write a note next to them why or whatever about that friend or whatever. But yeah, I have a lot of people I blocked. That's all I know. Elfmill says just a fun reminder that True Noom was an Uganda Knuckles. True. I actually had the video footage of him being Uganda Knuckles. I do. I have it. I've shown it on stream. He was a Uganda Knuckles way back in the day. He was like, "Mama, give me milk." That's what he said. It's true. I could play. I could post it on Twitter tonight and play it on repeat. Lanfear says, I can guarantee everyone on my blocked list, with the exception of maybe one or two, were Knuckles because I avoid blocking people if I can. Oh, okay, I see. So Lanfear said, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do it, you won't. Did the Knuckles sisters get scared by Loathon? And if so, what was the worst jump scare? I'm kind of curious. I don't know. Lanfear hasn't met Loathon. It's because Loathon lives in the EU time. And I don't even rarely see Loathon now these days because he's just not in the same time zone as me. So like a lot of the EU people I never see because by the time I get on at this time, they're not on. They're off. They're sleeping. They're going to work. Stuff like that. Yeah, time zones. That's right, sugar. What the heck? No head pats. All right, moving on. Let me just check time. Okay, let's get it going. Okay, so the next question. So that was a pretty long one. Make sure we're on the right camera here. Okay, how did Neko Knights start? It's been 1 year. Opinion on the club now. This is related to, I think, Lanfear. You made a tweet earlier today asking like, what do you guys think about Neko Knights? You want improvements, stuff like that. I would say add spin the bottle and fix the ping pong table, because I swear that ping pong or the beer pong table, it's rigged. I swear. I swear it is. There's like a hidden collider, like on the underside of the table. There's like those middle like struts that just for like cosmetic. They don't actually do anything. And like I swear, like the balls hit them. Makes me mad. Are you asking about the nightclub or the actual Neko Nights event? Both, I guess. Whatever you want. Which other one you want to like discuss or talk about is what I'm talking about. Because Nickel Knights is the club. If you guys don't know, for whatever reason, Nickel Knights is the club that Lanfear and Oathmeal own. It's an event that happens every Friday, usually, and it's been going on, I think, just over a year now. And Foxy with an E was the one that was commissioned to make the club, and I helped out a little bit. Just. Oh shit. Just a bit, just a small dab. I removed those colliders? Oh, okay, I don't know. I swear those balls got some whack ass collider. I don't know. I swear something's going on. It's Lanfear said. Uh, Oathmeal says, I believe the general idea for Nickel Nights is because I wanted a nightclub. We already did our party nights, but I figured a club setting would be even better for us to party at. Nickel Nights was a thing before the club was created, though. There are nights we partied with friends. Yes, I was there. That's the state parties. The state parties were the original. If you were at the state parties, you're an OG. And then eventually it turned into the nightclub. Lanfear says, yeah, we held Nickel Nights unofficially in the state until Oath brought up the idea of having an actual club to host those events. Sugar says, EU Nickel Nights? I mean, the club is technically public, so you could host a party anytime you want. So, I have a question. So, like, am I am I still like, this is technically the next question, but it kind of leads into it. Like, am I still classified as the manager of Neko Knights? I mean, I know Kenny K Kona was, but do I just take ownership? I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Am I still the manager? Actually, I don't even know. Oathmeal, as far as opinion on the club now, people seem to have fun with it, which is great, but I feel like we're straying a bit from what it used to be. I can agree on that. Um, I feel like, well, I think back in the day, the players population was a lot worse. I mean, like just amount of people, because I remember used to have like 40 people in there, and it was like lag fest. But I'm surprised it even didn't crash. Obviously, it's a lot less laggy now, but I get what you mean. Like it's more chill and stuff. A fun environment. Oathmeal says a fun environment with friends, and the general idea I was looking for. But I think a lot of new people come around only wanting to come in and meet people that they've seen on stream, but it's not a meet and greet. It's supposed to be a fun night for a bunch of friends to just de-stress and have a good time together. I can agree on that. I'm not gonna name names obviously, but I agree with that. There are definitely people that go to Neko Nights that think, oh, there's a bunch of streamers here. I'm going to get into this event and like butter them up and add them or whatever, or like get them boozed up, boys, or something. I don't know. But I understand what you mean. Lanford, there's also the motivation of me creating the tweet I did today regarding Nickel Knights. Content nights. Yeah, I get what you guys are saying, yeah. Well, I've always said, in my personal opinion, I feel like drinking on stream shouldn't be allowed. I know that sounds very opinionated, and I know a lot of people disagree with me. I just feel like there's too many situations where uh, people have done stupid things, and it's typically always liquor involved. And I just feel like it's safer if people didn't drink. It's okay if you have like a beer or two, but like when you start getting like 10 shots in and like you're barely conscious and you're just like, "Hey," and you're saying all this dumb stuff, like I, it's very true when people say that like when you get drunk, people lips start getting loose and they start saying dumb stuff, and there's too many times. That's why like I personally don't really stream the club anymore. I know that some other people do. That's their own decision. I don't. I never had an issue where I got drunk because I only drink really beer and I drink really lightly anyway. Um, but I do feel that certain people probably shouldn't be drinking on stream. That's all I'm gonna say. Oathmeal says, I don't have a problem when it comes to drinking on stream, but when you have to be aware of what you're acting and watch what you say. Exactly. Exactly what I just said. I just feel like there's too many people that just say really. It's funny if you're just saying like whatever, but like I feel like it's too many times. Just people just saying dumb stuff, and it just I swear like the next day it's like oh, subtweeting or whatever. So it's really dumb. Oatmeal says it's a matter of drinking responsibly. If you can't handle your liquor and be responsible about it, then don't do it. Exactly. Lanfear says it also comes down to realizing your limits and stopping when it's approaching or appropriate. Sorry, which unfortunately sometimes doesn't happen. Check your. Is it easy to drink and stream as a mute? Yeah, because you don't know what the, because you, because you just see them flop over. I mean, I don't know. Would you even get banned? I guess if you passed out on stream, but how would they know, right? Is Twitch gonna be like, it's a mute? How would you know? I guess that's the loophole right there. I mean, technically you can sleep on stream. What's the ruling anyway? I think someone correct me if I'm wrong here. You can sleep on stream. People have done it in viewer chat. Don't you have to be under no category, or or can you still be under a cat? Because I thought the rule was you can sleep on stream, but you have to be under no category, like nothing, no game. Can't be just chatting. Can't be like nothing. But I've seen people sleeping under the VR chat category, so I'm confused. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows anything about that. Oatmeal says, I passed out on stream drunk before, but I would argue that it's been months since that happened. You can sleep on stream. It's VR chat, I believe. I don't know. I don't know. I would like to ask Twitch staff about that. Lanfear says, wasn't the last time you came close to that was in the beer bong? Sorry, in the big beer pong world where you thought you broke your foot oath? There's several people do it. True. Well, the thing about streaming and getting in trouble for things is it really only many people break rules, terms of service on Twitch all the time. The thing is though, it is that they only get in trouble for it if it's reported. See, if you're you got 10 viewers or 20 viewers, probably not going to get banned. I'm not saying you should do it, but you're not going to get in trouble if nobody reports it. But if you're a big boy streamer and it's like top of the category or something like that, then yeah, they're gonna be like, "What the heck are you doing?" But I don't know. I really don't know. I would like to ask a Twitch staff about sleeping. I know you can sleep on stream. I'm not sure if you can sleep on a category. Some people say you have to put no category. Some people say you can. I don't know what the heck the ruling is, and I'd rather ask a Twitch staff than just guessing and assuming and then getting banned. I passed out on Nickel Nights before, but it was a short period of time, and I don't think anyone realized. Oathmeal says. Most memorable, Lanfear says, for about passing out. Yeah. Uh, and I mean on stream. Lanfear says you've always been really good at realizing when you should end and just relax. Oathmeal says, I've been known to end stream and just pass out in a corner at the club. True. What about Ladle? Is she untouchable? What, like sleeping on stream or something? No, nobody's untouchable, bro. What do you mean? Not to the terms of service. Plenty of people have been banned. Next question anyway. Uh, actually, both of you didn't even answer my question. Am I still classified as the manager? Am I? If you said no, I'm fine with it. Like I was curious. RP wise, I would think so. I guess, but like the reason why I asked that is because so many people have actually asked me that, and I for a long time I just said I'm not sure. Like I think I am. I'm not. The thing was that yeah, an RP for Chips' season 5, and prior to that, I was when I was Kenny K Kona, I was the manager. Typically, my role was just like I don't know, just hey, I'm the manager, by the way. That was it. I don't know. I mean, I guess some people like would ask me for invites, and I would just tell you to, and that'd be about it. And sometimes I would just like peek into like the office or around the club just to check up on people, but that would be about it. But for the RP, I was just that whispering guy. I was like, hey, what's up? You want to buy some catnip? That was basically the RP. I would say so. We haven't any other managers. True. We've been slacking lately, so maybe we need to have a staff meet. What? Come on, Lanfear. What do you mean? Slacking? Why are you looking at me like that? Listen. I'm innocent. I'm good. I've gotten people in. I told you if stuff happens. Listen, I'm your eyes and ears. I'm like the one sober guy at the club. I drink sometimes. If people are bad, I tell you about it. You know, eh, just the way it is. Hearts. Hearts in the chat. Of course. Hold on. I actually never used this camera angle, but I actually have a host slash chair. So, like, it's Lanfear and I. Look at that. Hearts. Wait. Immersion. Hearts. I did it. Okay, next question. That was just like a really quick one. Thoughts on RP in general. So, this is a very open-ended question, kind of like the community one. I just wanted to ask you guys, like, what's your opinion on RP? Some people hate it, some people don't like it. It depends. Like, obviously, there is improv roleplay, which we mentioned prior, which is just like silly, goofy, whatever, screwing around. And there's the more serious stuff, where it's like, this is a lobby, you have to get in here at a certain time, there's rules, you have to play a character, all that stuff. Can Laxi join? Sure. Laxi's a mute. I only allow mutes in here. Kappa. Oathmeal. I think RP is totally fine. People like Harita put in a lot of work for RP, and it's cool to see what they come up with. That's what Oathmeal said. Yeah, I agree. Actually, shout out to Karita. I did have a bunch of the people from Ascension Academy on here as like a mini podcast thing, and he gave me a tour. He didn't have to, but he gave me a tour of the whole like world that he created, which is awesome. You should check it out. I have it on one of my previous streams interviews. I should highlight it so then I can so it's there forever. But he showed me the whole thing. It's massive. He made this whole like Hogwarts. He made this whole thing, and he talks about how like he has like all this extra space. He's gonna make a city. Like holy crap! Like honestly, it's crazy the amount of work and effort he put into that role play. Guy deserves a medal, and he's as close to getting partner. He deserves it, man. Honestly. O'Mill says there's a lot of people passionate about it, and they make it so many cool things because of that. That being said, I'm absolutely terrible at any type of serious RP, O'Mill says. True. I mean, I feel like it depends. Like, obviously, I play very silly, dumb characters. Like, what's up, bro? What's going on? Like, just, just really dumb, stupid characters. But I'm actually going to be going into Arcadem's Callous Row RP, which is starting in not this Friday, next Friday. And I'm playing this character, and I'm trying to voice train so I can do a girl voice, but it's kind of failing. So I guess I'm just gonna talk like this and just say I don't know, I just whatever. I don't think people are really gonna be like, oh my god, he's a guy and he's playing a woman. I don't get it in RP. I don't think really anyone cares, but yeah, it's gonna be a more serious role. Usually I play a goofy character. I mean, I played another character called Frank Castle, which is, if you didn't know, that's the Punisher's name from the comics books. I just use Frank Castle. But I played a detective, um, in Forbidden Knowledge, which is Arcadem's other RP that happened last year, and then this year's Callous Row. It's been planning for like 8 months. He's been planning this RP. It's kind of like GTA, but like Cyberpunk, I guess, where like everybody has their own roles. So like I'm the mechanic, and have Gambit works under me. And there's people that like work at the bar, people work at a noodle shop, there's paramedics. It's crazy. Like everyone has a role and a job. There's bums, people role playing as like hobos and whatever. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Broken voice box. Yeah, I just smoke a lot. Hold on, I missed a message. Hold on here. I can screw up. Don't worry about it. I planned for this. Uh, Oathmeal says, generally, anytime I take part in serious RP, I drink because it helps take the edge off of things. It plays into my anxiety. I worry about ruining any potential storyline. People maybe have plans, so I try not to get too involved. Improv roleplay is great, but the planned out episodic stuff I feel has more of a place as a YouTube series, not live stream. But that's just me. Live streaming improv stuff I think is fine. That's what Scion said. Yeah, I agree with both points. There was stuff that was planned. So when for season 4.5, I guess I don't know what the hell you would call it, Sora RP, like that was all like planned, like hours prior to it happening, and I did not like that. That's why I only took part of it like 2 times, because I didn't like sitting like in a world for 4 hours being told what I can do, what can I say. I have to have everything planned. It's like literally like a script, and I just didn't like that. I like the more improv, just goofing around, screwing around, doing my thing, and just like being let loose in a world. Lanfear says RP has always been on interest to me. I enjoy all aspects of it. The improv goofy RP can be some of the most fun and welcoming to everyone. I am looking forward at getting back into RP as I've been missing it. It's just unfortunate that markers really made it difficult. Yeah. Uh. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I can agree on that. Lanford said drinking a bit when you're getting into serious-ish RP can help you accept how things go and react without getting too serious because he's a. Oh, it's very true. Um, yeah, I agree. Um, well, there's Callous Row, which isn't like it's more serious, but it's still improv. If you want, if both of you are interested, you can sign up for it, but you're not going to be in the phase one. You have to wait a while. I don't know what your rules would be. It could be anything you want. Um, it would be interesting if, because you play a mute, obviously, markers don't work, but there is in that virtual market the what do you call it? The texting system in the menu, and I have the prefab for it. I don't think it's like preset up to like work with texting, but you can figure it out, I guess. And then maybe in an RP sense, you could just like pull out your phone and like text people, I guess. I'm not too sure if the markers don't work. There's so many workarounds. I just wish the markers worked again. Like, Colin, please, like VR chat. Prefab, you say? Yeah, it's downloadable. It's from Booth. Like, it's literally, it's called I think it's like EX menu. I forget. I have the link for it. It's literally just on Booth. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. But when I unpacked it, the Unity package, it worked. Like when I open my menu, it like pops out. but it doesn't have like the texting or the mirrors. It has toggles and stuff, but it doesn't have any of the mirror stuff or the text chat. It just has like sample 1, 2, 3. So you have to set it up. I don't think the person who made it is just going to give out the texting aspect and the teleports and stuff like that. I could be wrong. I just looked at it for like 2 minutes. But maybe if I, maybe it has all that stuff. I just didn't put it together. Maybe I'm not too sure. But yeah, I was looking into that. And apparently, that prefab right now has leg issues that are currently being looked at. That's what Lanfear said. Yeah, that's what I heard from a few people actually. Yeah, that's what because I was talking to some people who make worlds and they said like yeah the reason why that's not like implemented in VRChat right away is because it does have a lot of lag issues associated with it, which sucks. But I guess if you're like with a few friends, it could work. Just maybe not for big worlds, which is unfortunate, you know. Lanfear says, I've been keeping an eye on it and talking to some world creators. I really love the concept. It's very useful in the market world. Yeah, being able to text people, being able to teleport to people, like I feel like that should be implemented in the game. Like, it's kind of crazy that like people with limited uh, triggers and world stuff, like the world creation is very limiting until Udon comes out. Yeah, Udon, dab, sorry, dab, Udon. But they created that whole system with the limited knowledge that they have, or not, they have a lot of knowledge, but I mean the limited tools that they have. They built that portable mirrors, being able to teleport to players, be able to have a text chat. That's crazy to me that they've done that. Same with the markers. Like these markers are amazing. You know, Japanese community is outstanding. Lanfear says, which really goes to show you just how talented some of these people, world creators and asset creators, really. Yeah, and they gave it out for free. Like he could have charged $20 for it, you know? He could have been like, "Nah, dude, give me 2,000 yen for this." He didn't have to. So my next question, actually the last question that I wrote down, and then afterwards we can answer some questions in the chat and maybe any other questions that you may have for me or for Lanfear or for each other or whoever. Oathmeal. So my last question is, what do you think of me when you first met Kenny K Kona compared to now? Obviously, when I first met both of you, yeah, it was at the RP, but the funny thing is, even out of roleplay, I think like I still was doing my character. I was still like, "What's up, brother? What's going?" Like, I think I asked this question because a lot of people are off put by the way that I role played my character because people didn't know if I was playing a character. Is this guy serious? Why is he acting like this? And some people didn't like that. At least to run the reasons why I don't do the accent anymore, and you know, I I play as this person now. I don't play as the other one. So, yeah, it is what it is. Lanfear says, I thought you were really funny." Well, thank you, Lanfear. I appreciate that. Oathmeal, I still remember the first time we met. It was during the Club Rogue RP. You were in character and threatened me, so I had no idea what to think of you. I was new to RP at the time, so it was hard to grasp how people were in that setting because everyone was playing a character. Once getting to know you, though, you were obviously cool and fun to hang around with. Well, I appreciate that, Oathmeal. But yeah, yeah, it's fun. I remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I remember I took you aside, and I was just like, I don't remember the exact words I said, but I was just like threatening you. And I actually didn't plan that out. I just did it randomly because I felt like there wasn't enough tension. Well, I think I said something like, if you betray chips, I don't know what the hell I was. I think no, no, I remember. I think it was because I eavesdropped a lot. And so I heard something about like the Guardians and stuff like that or whatever. And then I was just like I was interrogating you and you kept lying to me. I obviously knew I already knew the answers about a lot of things, but you were just like, "No, no, like I don't know anything." And I was like, "If you lie to me, brother, it's going to be the end of you." Something like that. I don't remember. Like I already knew the answers to my questions I was interrogating you with, but I wanted to see that if you were just willing to spill the beans or not. It was like testing. That and of course the occasional conversations we have. Yeah, eventually I was started going to the estates party and stuff. Lanfear, especially when we got into that detective role with the pad and you drew random stuff. You spent a long time drawing something out, and then you wanted to show us, and you actually erased it, and your reaction was priceless. I still have that avatar. Unfortunately, it's very laggy. So VR chat, like the avatar, literally gives everyone 20 FPS, including myself, because we were at your cabin, and I switched to it, and it literally lagged the whole room. So I don't know what happened to that avatar, but like it's bugged now. I'm actually mad. It still technically works. It's like laggy for whatever reason. And and the person who made it, by the way, was Nave and Miko. Miko made like the cosmetic, and then Nave made the shader. It's a camera shader. That's why I can like take people's faces and like apply them onto the notepad and stuff like that. And you have to be on my friends list to actually see the drawings because VRChat limited animation or sorry cameras to friends only, which sucks, by the way. Yep, I remember Oathmeal. Lanfear, and from there we became really good friends. Yeah, it was pretty bad. The smoke from the cigar, I think, is what caused it. Maybe it might have been that. I don't know. Like the thing is though, I used that character in RP all the time because it was originally for um, Forbidden Knowledge of Arcadum, and that's the character I played. Just a really like serious, like gruff, whatever. And I never lagged until like recently, whenever maybe they switched to 2017 Unity. I don't know. It's been a while. And when I pull it out now, it just like lags me and everybody in the room. So I don't know what the hell the dealio is. But it's unfortunate because I love that avatar. It's unique. Nobody has anything like that in this game, and yeah, it's a bummer. That's just guess. It could be that. I don't know. It has a lot of particles on it, so it could be a lot of things. But anyway, that's all the questions that I have. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we can still keep going. It's 8:08. We're over an hour now. And if either of you if have any questions for me or each other or questions from the chat, anyone in the chat that wants to ask any questions here, I'll be reading them and we can be answering them. So just give me a second here. I'm like parched, so I'm gonna take a drink. Mm. Did you hear that? ASMR. Um, do we have to ask you, or are we allowed that? I mean, it's up to them. If Lanfear and Oathmeal want to answer your questions in the chat, they can more than welcome to do that. So I have a question. You're the biggest Beat Saber scrub. Ooh. I don't know. Is being good at Beat Saber really something to be proud of? Because like, if you're really good at the game, doesn't that just mean like you're gonna get like carpal tunnel, like, and like get like really messed up hands? I'm just saying. I mean, VRChat is Beat Saber now, but I heard that actually that might be a copyright thing. Cause I remember I think VRChat last year had Beat Saber, and I think it got in trouble or something like that. But I don't know. Don't take this away from me. Okay, Sion. All right. Oh, let me do the wide angle here. You can do the whole set, so you can see everybody. If you're good at Beat Saber, you're good at. Okay, dude. Oathmeal says, so I don't have the same problems most people seem to have. It just takes me more stamina to keep up. Just build your stamina up. What do you mean? Just do some squats. Put some iron, Just pump some iron. Just get buff. Just get strong. Well, yeah. I mean, Whoops is someone that's way better and more knowledgeable about Beat Saber than I ever will be. He tells me that like there are certain techniques and like the way you hold the controllers. I don't know what the heck the names are, but there's like certain ways to hold certain controllers and stuff like that. So he would know way better than I would. Yeah, there's some grips. I don't know what the names are, but there's like certain ways to holding stuff. But yeah, any questions, guys? Any questions for Lanfear, Oathmeal, or myself? If you just at me, I'll just read them. If it's a decent question, if it's something silly that I'm not really probably going to answer it, just get good. Yeah, exactly. Time is it? Say 11. We'll answer like I don't know, like 2 or 3 questions. Uh, well, we're about to end the show, so no, I don't want anyone sitting in here. Sorry, Rin. Certain grips and certain swings. Unless Lanfear Oath me have any questions for me. Stare into my eyes. Land Paul? An auto from the Land Paul? Damn. You're cool. Savage. Uh, what inspired you most recent character? Like, as far as design and everything, Oathmeal said. Actually, a good question. So, obviously, I rebranded. I played Kenny K. Kona since December of 2017 when I first played until June of 2019. That's a year and a half. The reason why, there's many reasons why. There's some private reasons, some personal, some public. There's a lot of reasons why I switch characters. But I'll keep it short. So, the reason why I designed this character is because when I started on YouTube and all that stuff years and years ago, I came up with the name that was Rebel. It was the reason why I came up with that name was because whenever I played games, I used to play first-person shooters like Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, stuff like that, and I always do unorthodox things. I would do things that weren't normal, or to handicap myself in terms of like only using a sniper rifle, only using a deagle, things like that. I would just do things that weren't intended. Like I could use the OP gun and just get all the kills and raffle stomp the noobs or whatever, right? But I always wanted to challenge myself and handicap myself in weird ways. I always was the person that and later on it went from gaming to more just the way my character is. So when I played Kenny K Kona, I played a character that nobody else was. I was like the only Kenny model in the game at the time, and I was like, doing action and what's up, brother? Damn tramp, like being silly and stupid while everyone else played like anime characters and weebs and lollies or whatever. I was like that one character that stood out because it's just like, well, what the heck is this guy doing? So when I designed this character, I decided to stick with the mentality of I'm going to play a female avatar. How do I have a spin on that, right? Like everybody plays, not to discredit people that play cat girls or wolf boys or anything like that. I just think to me, it's a little bit played out, and I feel like I didn't want to have just cat ears or in a tail. I could have, and I did have a avatar that did have that, and I thought about making her my OC, but I was like, and then I was just like, wait, what if I play something that goes into being a rebel, being an outcast? So I went into this character by being a biker chick, being a rebel, being an outcast. That's why I have like the bat. I don't have it on this model. That's switched to it, but like that's why like I made the character look more tough looking. I could have. This is made by Genomo. She's typically known for making cutesy avatars and making you know, other people's models you've seen. Um, I wanted something that was different from everybody else's, more recognizable. Some people just see it as, wow, it's just another generic thick girl, whatever. But to me, it's completely different than everybody else because it goes with my mentality of being different and being that tough biker chick or whatever. So that's why I decided to go with this character. And she's just a biker, and my next two outfits are gonna be well, an outfit for this show, which is gonna be like a business outfit, and then another one is gonna be like a mechanic. A lot of people just call it like the Pokemon Go avatar, but whatever. But yeah. Let me just switch back scenes. I'm talking to Seon, and Oaf and I are very excited to be playing the new Huggy's Dungeon Part 3. Nothing was mentioned about voicing, as we're both mutes. I mean, you could just be in there and just be like, I don't know, do something. How do mute voice? Just TTS. Just be like, hello, what's up? I don't know. How do you sound like a robot? You get what I mean. Just be there in person. Will the Neko family grow at all, or will it just be the two sisters? I don't know. Just the two sisters. Damn. Denied. Demand oaths entirely using Cocoa Puff Crunches? Hell yeah. We've had people try to join the family before and shut them down every time. Damn. Savage. Well, I think the reason why, like, it just works, right? Like, you have that dynamic between the two of you. I just feel like if you let one person in, then it's going to turn into 4 people, and then 5 people, and then 6, and then you have this, like, whole family tree. Come on, let's be real here. We all seen the family tree of like the YouTube side of your chat, and it's like everyone's related to each other. Everyone's like your mom, your dad, your grandfather, your granddad, your kids, your cousins, half cousin, three twice removed, kids of kids, sons. That stuff is getting out of hand, and I think if you had more than you two, I think it would end up something like that. Can get insane. Exactly. Exactly my point. Who needs family when you have alcohol? True. We're all family. All right. Any last minute questions from either of you two or from anyone in the chat, real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. I guess I'll wrap it. I'll wrap it up. But you get what I mean. Last thing before we go, before I forget. Typically, what I like to do is take a selfie with guests, so we're gonna do that last. But before that, uh, if you have anything you want to shout out, anything you want to like, be like, hey guys, I'm working on this, or any like projects, anything going on, events, Nikon Lights Friday, Dab, anything going on. Uh, by the way, I do read everything in the chat. I just selectively read. Well, Nikon Lights is Saturday this weekend instead of Friday. Oh, okay, Saturday. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Since I'll be going out of town Friday. And this week I'm hosting. Pog, dude. Everyone just Pog. Pog you. BU is my pet as well. Okay, Ashneer. Alright. You know what, Ash? You're one of my waifus. You know that, right? And BU is too. You're gonna fight each other? It's Pog you with a U, not like, the letter U. Uh, Lanfear says, I currently have Legends working on a very beautiful and optimized beach world, and excited for when that is completed. I won't get into the reveal event details just yet, though. Oh my god. A beach world? That means beach episode in the winter. I'm down. Listen, I already got my, listen, gamers. Hold on here. Hold the phone here. Listen, I'm already ready. Oh god, I crashed. Wow. I actually crashed. Wait, no I didn't. Oh my god, what happened? Why did I lag so hard? What was that? Wait a second, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Hold on, hold the phone. What is that? It's a banana. It's a reference to what Oathmeal said earlier. Pog. Everyone just want to gasm in the chat? Listen, listen, I'm just reading what people say, okay? It's true. It's very cute. It's very nice, Oathmeal. I appreciate it. Everyone should appreciate Oathmeal and Lanfear. It'll be a public world as well, so everyone can enjoy it in a place that uses their swimsuit avatar as well as kimono. Oh god. Put some clothes on. It's not loot, it's bananas. Alright, I think before the chat explodes, I think that's... I think we're good. I think you know, I'll end it here. It's we've been going for over an hour and like 20 minutes, gamers. Don't worry about my clothes. This is just what you call the content, the plot, and development. Um, so gamers, epic gamers, thank you so much to Lanfear and Oathmeal for being on here on my talk show. People said it couldn't be done. You couldn't interview a mute, but I told them that they were stupid and anything's impossible. You just gotta use your brain and have 200 IQ and have a 5 head. So I did it, you know. It's not impossible. Nothing's impossible. Just like dab. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Clappers in the chat, and we're just, you know, round of applause to everybody, you know. That's all I gotta say. Look at these two. Look at these two. Those dance moves. Thank you, thank you. All right, last thing like I said, picture. Let me switch back to where I wear clothes, you know. Hopefully I don't crash here, because I'm gonna flip out. I know you're both in desktop. Hold on here, let me fix this up here. So I have to do everything here. Hold on. Wow, that's an interesting camera angle. Okay. Oh my god. Where's... Oh, that's right. Because you can't see what you're doing. There's a mirror over there if you want to like do an impression, like, you know, emote. If you want to, it's up to you. You know, you shift plus F1, F2, you know, all that good stuff. Okay. I'm going to take a couple pictures because I don't trust VRChat. I swear, every time I take a picture, it actually doesn't work half the time. Also losing tracking. That's great. I'm struggling. There we go. Look at this. Okay, we'll take another one. What? What the? I got cucked. What was that? I blame the chairs. Okay? Hold on. I got it. I got it. Don't worry about it. I fixed it this time. Okay, that one last time. Just one more. That's it. Alright, we're good. Head pats for both of you. There you go. Thank you so much, Lanfear and Oathmeal, for this interview. Now it's time to party. I don't know. Yeah. Jeez, what the fuck? I gotta go. What? It's getting a little too wild for me. What? What the? What the? Oh my god! What the? What was? What the hell was? That was a little too wild. Desktop. Listen, back in my day, back when I played Garzamon, that's how you ERP'd. Use cat videos. But anyway, guys, I did it. The one